Well, joining us here today on Primetime Local News is Executive Director Phyllis O'Connor from the Canadian Mental Health Association, the Saskatchewan division. This week is Mental Health Week. So, Phyllis, what is Mental Health Week for those that don't know?
This is actually the 70th Mental Health Week that's been held. The first week of May every year, we have a week that CMHA promotes that gets people about thinking about their mental wellness. And it's an education piece. It's a bit of an advocacy piece, actually, to make sure that we are getting appropriate supports for people in place, but mostly to teach people how to build their own resilience, how to take care of their own mental health and how to talk about it.
Can you share with us some stats in Saskatchewan from pre-pandemic to currently when it comes to our mental health? Because obviously, of course, over the last year, mental health has been a major topic here in the province.
Right now, actually, what we're finding out is like 8 out of 10 people are reporting, that they're feeling anxiety or maybe stressed or isolation. So yeah, that's a huge number of people, and it's largely because of the pandemic that we've seen this spike where more people are feeling the effects of what COVID-19 has brought for us. So that's why this year Mental Health Week is really talking about get real how you feel. A lot of people think that they have to kind of suppress that and keep those feelings to themselves. But you know what? Anybody who's having those feelings of anxiousness or just even fatigue, that's perfectly normal. Our generation has never lived through anything like this pandemic. It's been absolutely crazy, and it's just perfectly normal that it's affecting people's mental health in a negative way. So it's important we talk about it. They're calling it, name it, don't shame it, name it, don't numb it. So it's just a case of acknowledging those feelings and finding ways, and we have lots of things within our mental health week kits to help people learn to cope with some of those feelings that are perfectly normal. If you are finding that you're struggling, please, don't feel any shame. Reach out and get some help. It's so critical, and it's no different than if you had a physical health problem. You just need to take care of it. And the great thing is that there is hope that there's going to be an end to this pandemic someday. And with that, maybe a lot of the mental health issues will gradually kind of ease up too. So we have hope on the horizon.
You do make some really good points because there are people, of course, who are ashamed or maybe too proud to ask for help. How hard is it for people to really embrace their emotions and feelings when it comes to their mental illness?
Yeah, it can be tough because stigma is still out there, and they're still in a lot of people's minds. Any kind of a mental health issue is a bit of a shameful thing or a sign of weakness, but it's not. And it's really important when you bury those feelings and don't get them out, it actually increases the anxiety, the depression. It's really important that people are feeling safe to recognize that right now I'm struggling and maybe I need to reach out for some help. Now it might be something that requires some formal counseling, or it might be something that requires maybe some medication. That's okay. It's no different than a physical illness. It's an illness and you need to take care of it. And sometimes, it's just having a supportive friend that you can just talk to. We've actually started in Saskatchewan something called our Wellness Response Support Line. And it's meant for just exactly that. It's not counseling, but it's just somebody to talk to, when you maybe feel that you're struggling, and possibly they can help refer into some services that might help support. But often, the folks calling there, they just want someone to talk to. They just want to let somebody know that they're struggling. And that friendly voice on the other end of the line can be a huge help sometimes too. And then certainly our own social networks too, our family, our friends. You can't be together, but it doesn't mean you have to be socially isolated. You can still keep in touch, whether it's by phone or by Zoom calls or video chats, whatever, just to keep that connection, because that's so critical for human beings. We're hardwired to be socially connected, and this COVID has taken that away.
You did mention that you are offering some kits for people to go look at. Where can people go and find them if they want to have a look for themselves?
Yeah, absolutely. The CMHA national website, which is cmha.ca. If you just put in the search engine there, their mental health toolkit or mental health week toolkit, you'll find all that in there. There's all kinds of great suggestions for ways to build your resilience and deal with some of these feelings. So definitely encourage people to go have a look at that.
Phyllis, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for sharing what the Canadian Mental Health Association is doing for this 70th anniversary of Mental Health Week. So thank you.